Oh, welcome back my gardening friends. Well, it's mid-September and some of my raised beds now are going to be free, so some of them we've placed the cardboard on. That helps retain the moisture. It helps to stop the rain from washing out all the nutrients that we've put in. Keeps the weeds down. Last year I tried some green manure, the field beans and the mustard seeds. I planted the mustard seeds a little bit too late, I think, because they didn't really do that well until the spring, which that was then too late because then we had to bury them. I don't want to use field beans this year because of the rat issues. I've took all my carrots out. Everything that they've been eating I've removed. They've disappeared, hopefully for good, but probably not. But I don't want to encourage them back at the moment. We don't want to keep feeding them. So I'm going to green manure this bed. We've got another pea bed there. Again, that's a that'll fix nitrogen into the soil, as long as you don't let them flower, which I will do. But I can cut them down and we can bury those later on in the season. This bed here has also got some peas in, so it's 1 gram per square metre. There's lots and lots of green manures out there. They help fix nitrogen into the soil, gives it a cover, stops the weeds, and maybe saves this ugly looking cardboard. But no doubt under here there'll be some worms and they probably won't be too amused with me. Again, the best tool that I always use on my allotment on the raised no dig beds is your fingers. I thought this might have been a little bit wetter, so that not being the case, I'm going to give that a good watering. That's better. My hands are still a little bit damp. I'm not sure what a gram's going to be, but now I've damped the compost down, I can see where some of the seeds are going. Again, there's probably going to be too many. I'll just go out a shot a bit there now, just while I've got a few in my hands. Just remember that I've done that side, and I'm just going to cover it with the cocoa coir. This is the cocoa coir that I use for the holes for my carrots, so I've still got some spare. And why dry? Well, I can actually see the bits that I've covered. I won't water this again, we're due some thunderstorms. There's plenty of moisture in this bed anyway. It's just that top surface. This is ideal as a mulch, because this cocoa coir will dry out first and then protect the moisture underneath. So there is some methods in my madness. It's all about conserving water. It's a resource that we need to save. My water systems, rainwater collecting systems, are a must because we haven't got running water. Now I'm using some damper compost now, and it doesn't have the same effect. So at least the seeds now have had a good covering, and I'm going to cover this bed again until germination. I did this with my carrots and it does help a little bit. Just have to remember what we've done, but the mustard will actually grow and start to lift this up, similar to the microgreens. which I've got some growing at home. And there's nothing wrong with actually harvesting some of this once it's growing to add to our plates. But I'll get on, do a few more things, and then I'll show you what's coming on, what we're actually getting up to at the weekend. So we'll have a good comparison to see whether putting a bit of cardboard on helps the germination on the mustard seeds, just keeping the light out, get them to push up and grow really well. So basically we've done the 3 beds, and some of these beds have dropped down. That's ideal because we can cut the green manure down and then top the bed up and just bury that green manure. And of course we'll be having to do some repairs by adding some more plastic, because the settlement on these, on 4 pallet collars, if you don't get it quite right, the plastic gets dragged down. A lesson learned. It may still happen, but it's an easy fix. And this one's sunk even more. But the peas are doing exceptionally well using this wire mesh. But the weekend's work, we'll be using some of that material that we put onto this bed. This is going to be my not permanent carrot bed, next year's carrot bed. So I'm using some of this material, digging down into the other material that hasn't been disturbed before. This no dig bed's going to be moved about a bit, but it's going to help me out because this soil will be used to help fill these pallet collar beds. These are going to be for the strawberries. We've removed 1 cherry tree at the moment, so you can see how much room this cherry tree was taking up, and look at how much soil that 1 cherry tree was taking up. So I think I'll be more productive. This yellow raspberry will be moved into one of the blue containers that didn't do well. That's my giant beetroot gone to seed. It doesn't look like the seed will be ready for Malvern to share, but maybe for next time. Here's some more of the cocoa coir. There's about just over 1,000 litres of cocoa coir here that we've collected. We'll be able to reuse at some stage. This is supposed to be a manure bin, but if you can get the cocoa coir for free, I'll use this space. But of course I need extra things to add to these beds to help bulk them out. So one of the things we'll be using is the leaf mould. Now it'll be the leaf mould rejects that ends up coming out of the trommel. I don't normally do my leaf mould at this time of the year, but the leaf mould rejects will have bits of stick in them, big clumps of leaves that haven't rotted down, and they will make an excellent addition to these beds as well. And these will also be the strawberry beds. These have had all sorts of extra little goodies in. These bits of compost here we can add to everything now we've sorted them. I've even managed to salvage some of the black bags that they fly tipped. Try and reuse, repurpose what I can. It's all go on my allotments, but I always find time to have an excuse me moment. This blackberry has done really well. Excuse me. Very nice indeed. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. Yum, yum, yum.